What's going on, guys? Fighting Game Select is back. We are here today to talk about Street Fighter 6 with Nephew today. 3 characters that needed to get buffed, 3 characters that needed to get nerfed. Can we both agree that Luke needed to get nerfed?
Yeah, I think so because his damage was just crazy, and on top of that, he still has a few things that were cheap previously that he still has, like driver suppressor. Is super cheap still because you can't really check his drivers at certain ranges because it's just a guess. But yeah, his damage used to be crazy. His crouch medium punch is still honestly pretty good, even though they said they nerfed the range on it. But I honestly can't tell anymore because it still seems like it goes really far. But Luke last season was like top 1 and everyone played him, so that was kind of unhealthy, I feel like.
You know, they would just like they'll like go ham, go with burnout, and I feel like the character got stronger in burnout. What about a character that really needed to get buffed?
A character that really needed to get buffed. Let's see. I would say, it's weird because I want to say a grappler character because like they were kind of low tier, but also I don't really like grapplers that much, so I don't know if they needed a buff.
We got to be unbiased, right? We got to be respectful to the grappler players that are watching it.
All right, I'm gonna say Manon. I feel like.
Yeah, she definitely needed that.
Yeah, I feel like they still didn't really give her enough. They gave her, I guess, the juggle on the target combo, the back medium kick one. But still, like she feels like just not that great. Honestly, like it's just her buttons. Honestly, kind of carry her. She has good neutral, but trying to fight everyone else in this game with that is just not that great.
Yeah, you know, I will say the biggest thing that stands out the most, she got a lot of corner carry now. It's still not enough, right? But she got like some good stuff that at least make it where when she locks you down, you know, you could play the game now. Another character, who you got? Another character now that needed to get nerfed or buff?
I think Blanka definitely needed some nerfs, and he got one of the main ones. Like the thing
got him right.
Yeah, I think the main thing was his crouch medium punch. Like I think people were complaining about Luke's crouch medium punch, right? But Blanka's was honestly just as bad, if not worse. You saw Meta doing it, and then suddenly every Blanka player in rank started just whiffing crouch medium punch, and then you would try and whiff punish it, and then he hits you with another one because they're still mashing it after the first one whiffed, and then you get whiff punished because you try to whiff punish it. So it was just a crazy button last season. It's still amazing in terms of the range. But the fact that you can actually punish someone for whiffing, I think, was a great thing. And he's still really strong, so I feel like that was a deserved nerf for him.
Yeah, and they made Air Blanka ball like less plus.
Yeah, it's still +1, I think, if you do it immediately, but you have to do it immediately. If you do it too high, I think it's minus. But yeah, I think that makes sense too, because why was it +6 in the first place?
Yeah, like what did you need all those numbers for, bro?
Yeah, 6 is crazy.
Like, yeah, six for that is insane. You don't even need that much, you know.
Yeah.
Like 2 is good.
Yeah,
you know? So,
I don't know what they were thinking with 6.
Yeah, they were cooking. They were cooking. They were like Street Fighter 6 +6.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, it's funny because a lot of people be like, "Oh, this character's dead," but you know, he still got level 2, man. Level 2 is still strong.
Yeah, and crouch medium punch is still there. You just can't whiff it as much.
Yeah, so you know, you still got Blanka dolls. They do less damage, but you still get that meter, and then you go into level 2 again too. So you know, overall, like the universal change about the damage and stuff like that is just great. So I'm really happy about that. All right, what's the next character that you're thinking about right now?
That needed buffs. I would say Ryu, because Ryu.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a bit biased, but Ryu's like used to be the main character. Maybe it's like Luke now, is what they say. But Ryu's the main character of Street Fighter, so he has to. He's been low tier for too long, so I'm glad he got some good buffs.
It kind of sucks that he was like this bad, you know. Like, you know, he was in beta. He was like super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, after the beta, they nerfed him so hard. It was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know? So, I'm glad that they coming back and they, like, bringing him something that is, like, pretty strong for Ryu. You know.
Yeah, it's
the fact
like
that he can just hold Digin is so good.
yeah, it's like interesting too, right? Because there's actually like strategy behind getting charges now instead of just him throwing away his Denjin charge and it's being useless.
Getting it back.
Yeah.
Yep. Getting it back. Yeah. So now, like, you know, the shimmy, like if he does a fireball and he knocks you down and he goes to the Denjin, you know, now you can't like he can throw fireballs. You can't just disrespect him now. You know?
Yeah, you can't. He does too much damage, and honestly, his neutrals got a lot better too. So
yeah, so I like this character a lot. I'm glad he got changed. And dude, back heavy kick. Can we talk about back heavy kick being godlike?
Yeah, that's a cool combo. I don't know if it's actually that godlike, but it looks cool. The extensions you get, right?
Dude, it like checkers like drive rush is mad good.
Oh, does it actually? Oh, I haven't
bro.
seen that.
I've been watching people like walk like somebody with drive rush. It's just back heavy kick.
Wow.
And it's
yeah. I don't know the startup on that, but that looks.
I don't know either, but like I just feel like it just wins. Yeah, I gotta show you a video of it, bro. It's just beating everything. Somebody trying to jump back heavy kick DP, bro. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. So the combos are cool. They gave that to like everyone, but yeah, I think maybe Ryu's probably is more reliable because like Juri got that too, but it's kind of useless for her in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, how you feel about that target combo as a whole? I'm curious.
For Juri?
Yeah, like that target combo that they buffed into like special cancel.
Yeah, I'm glad they buffed it. It doesn't change too much for her. It just gives her a bit more damage. So people that hate Juri might not like that, but I feel like it's a cool change making the target combo useful. Previously, I was the only one using the target combo when like the combo was gonna kill. I did the target combo, but now it actually has a use besides that.
You know, one thing I gotta say is that Capcom is like buffing moves that are very underused. Like, you know, Ryu's target combo where it's like what stand medium punch, light kick, heavy kick. But now it's worth doing that because Denjin. It can cancel to Denjin.
Yeah.
And it leaves you closer. It leaves you like closer to them. So you don't have to like knock them full screen, which is great.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks when there's a move that you can't use it also.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It feels
right.
pointless.
It's just there. Like it's just there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what about all right, so we got two more characters we could think about. You gotta think about all right, who really needed these nerfs?
Oh man, so there's three that it could be there. So I want you to pick between Guile, Dee Jay, and JP. Which one you think deserved nerfs more?
Bro, I think honestly, who needed to nerf more was JP, bro.
Okay, I think that makes sense. Like from
JP,
the beginning of season 1, all the way until now.
Bro. Yeah, he needed that, bro.
Yeah, the amnesia one was I think the biggest one, right? Because the risk reward on that was crazy.
Dude, like the fact that you got like 60% off a move that beats throws, is invuln, fully invuln. You know, like if you're trying to neutral jump and like bait it, you know, they could delay it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because everything is not a true block screen unless you drive rush it. So if you do like jab pressure, it can mash between it.
Yeah.
You know, like it was too much, bro. And even if you like, say for example, you safe jump and you like parry, it's like a mini game in their favor. Like they just some characters they could just hold. I mean, versus some characters he could just hold up.
Yeah, and all the JP players started waking up Roundhouse because they knew you were too scared to press a button. They woke up Roundhouse.
Doesn't that remind me of freaking Rolento, bro?
Oh, when Alfian did that to Strider?
Right. Yeah, wake up Roundhouse Ultra, bro.
Bro, that was a classic moment.
Oh man, bro. It transferred all the way to JP. Wake up Roundhouse, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you get hit by that and they got level 2, you taking like 60%.
Yeah, and the side switch into 2 DIs.
2 DIs, yep, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. Crazy. That character, yeah, he just like I know Guile was strong and things like that, but the way JP was, how he was strong, it was very like.
Yeah, it was weird, right? Yeah,
it was like
normal because it was just
wasn't
damage.
It wasn't like man, like like I'm like this archetype is so good. It's just like nah, bro. JP,
Yeah, he's just
sequence,
good.
just yeah, he just touches you. So I think he needed the nerfs the most.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think after the initial nerfs, like before that, I think he was like top 2, right? But
Yeah.
after the initial nerfs, maybe he got he was like 5th or something.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that would have been a decent place to stop. But yeah, definitely before that, he needed that amnesia nerf for sure.
Yeah, and then now they're just like, all right, bro, we're gonna take some combo limits off you too.
Yeah.
Now he don't even do. Now he has to hit you more, and I feel like his archetype having to hit you more is not good against a lot of the archetypes in this game.
Yeah, I think so.
Even though it's good for us.
Yeah, and they nerfed his anti-air, which is weird too. But
It had anti. It was like airborne property or some random property. Like
yeah,
that.
I think I think it's not airborne in Vuln anymore because it just trades. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, a character that definitely needed like a buff.
I think we can give it to Aki. It's hard to remember now because she's so different. She was like she's a whole new character than she was last season. But I don't know if she needed to get buffed this much because she's a crazy character now. But definitely previously, I feel like she was lacking something. Like her normals weren't so good. So she kind of relied on whip. So I'm glad they buffed her whip because that's kind of a big part of her neutral now. But maybe some of these combos are a bit too crazy that she's getting.
Bro, into the corner carry too.
Yeah, also the air invul move. I don't know who asked for that. they just gave her Cammy's move basically.
They did.
Yeah, they took
I
it
was
off
like,
Cammy.
oh wow, we just gave it a Cammy.
Yeah, I was confused because I was playing Akuma when the patch came out, and I played against Flux Waves, and he just started doing that. I was like, what? That's not that's not right. It's just going through my fireball.
Yeah, bro, from full screen.
Yeah.
And if you got poison, you just take like 70%.
Yeah. It's a good buff for sure. Like against fireball characters, she's like crazy now.
Yeah. So I know we got our 3 for each, but is there other characters that you think that really needed buff and like needed a nerf?
So the 2 I already said for nerfs, Guile and DJ. So DJ just did too much damage, right? So I think he's in a good spot now. Like you can't really just take away his drivers or sway because those are kind of like how he plays, right? So you can't take it away even though they're annoying. So I think it makes sense that he just does a bit less damage.
And they made the follow-up low all drop like more accessible to drive impact now.
Oh yeah, that's
so like so how they changed it is like I guess when you hit the armor, it counts as like a fully blocked move. So it doesn't reduce the recovery.
Okay.
It used to I think if you hit armor, it counted it as it got hit. So it was like a certain recovery. It had lower recovery than it had on block.
Okay.
But then they made it where like when it hit the armor, that it's actually hitting it on block, so it has more recovery. So
okay.
Before he used to have like certain block streams that was safe on drive to impact, and he'd go for the low and impact you back. That is no longer the case anymore.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. Like so the just cool low is actually more riskier to do. But you know the return is still good, you know, regardless. But it's more risky to do now.
Yeah, honestly, I think they should change that with Ken's Jinrai too. His Jinrai low, you can't DI that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing, but yeah, I think that makes sense for DJ. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I think they should universally change that. So, you know, who knows? Ken might get a phone call.
Yeah, maybe they're doing more frequent balance changes now, so maybe next month or when.
yeah. After Evo.
Yeah.
What about a character that needed buffs that you could think of right now?
Man, I don't like any characters getting buffs really.
Come on, Jamie, bro.
Jamie, okay, we can say Jamie, but
can we talk about Jamie? Can we talk about Kimberly?
Oh yeah, it's hard to remember because I forgot they didn't have wake ups, Kimberly and Lily. Yeah, so I think Kimberly getting a wake up was really good. Yeah. No, we can take that off Lily. Lily's stupid. Kimberly's more honest than Lily.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah.
I think this is fair. I think it's a character that really, really needed it.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody else is like cool. These characters, I think they needed it, man. You know, I put these two guys because I feel like they needed it, and their archetype is mad cool. And like, you know, I'm glad they didn't overbuff them because I feel like these archetypes are like, you don't want this to be like the best character in the game.
Yeah, and I think it's good also competitively if they just slowly change characters instead of like making huge changes, right? Because then like like if someone's winning tournaments and then suddenly they're not, I feel like that's just weird.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And like I said, where can they find you, bro?
Yeah, so all my socials is at Nephew Dork, and the main ones YouTube I post a lot, and then Twitter and Twitch. Yeah, I stream on Twitch, so follow me on those ones.
Awesome, dude. And with that being said, let me know in the comment section below which one of the characters you think needed the most buffs. Why did we not put that on the list? You let us know that we should have put X character on the list. You guys let us know in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Fighting Game Select.